our next report, dancehall star Lamboginny.
Lamboginny.
The man himself. Guinea.
His debut album launch concert to Kirikiri Prison in Lagos, Southwest Nigeria.
We're just going to check the vicinity. Maybe we can find something easily. Okay, are you the one over there? Gorky, apparent 07, suspicious people.
Not everybody deserves to be in prison. Some people are innocent, while some are not. People that are arrested for such minor offenses are not dumped in a correctional facility, in a prison. Because what happens is they get influenced by the real criminals. Hi, my name is Yinka Lawansen, popularly known as Lamboginny. I'm a musician and a humanitarian from Nigeria. When I think about the process of what it takes to secure freedom, it can be very stressful. The truth is, the first time I tried to get freedom, I didn't really know what to do because I'm not a lawyer. I've never tried anything like that before in my life, so it took some psychological pressure on me. But after speaking to the prison authority and going to the welfare department of the prison and getting the list of inmates that are in prison for minor offenses, bailable offenses. They are there because there is no one to pay for them. There is no one to help them out. So I started with minor offenders.
My name is Olushola Ogundipe, Controller General Nigeria Prison Service. I've been there before, and I know what it is to be behind bars. 80% of inmates behind bars all over the world are youths in their prime age. Nigeria cannot afford to have its youth as a wasted generation. Therefore, Nigerian youth, please say no to crime. Nigeria Prison Service hereby endorses Lamboginny's project, Say No to Crime.
Inú mi á dùn kálẹ̀, ayọ̀ mi á kún, mo ti ríre gbà o, ríre gbà o. Kiri jobo jobo, kiri jobo jobo.
Something that affects society, and we are all in this society together. So if we can bring hope, bring encouragement to say to these women, you're not alone and you don't have to stay here. You can actually get out and make something of yourself and be a member of society, contributing positively to society.
I think it was 2010, during the inauguration of the National Open University in Maximum Prison. I was there to perform for them again, and she was sitting, and I looked at her, and I said, you need to take advantage of this. And she said, yeah, I will. And while she was walking away, she turned and looked at me and said, you know, I love you though, because you never gave up on us. You keep coming back here. And I said to her, I'm like, I love you too, and I will never judge you.
At first, when I got here, I had to go through psychotherapy. And they took me to the psychiatric hospital, and they said that I had some insanity that I was going through due to a lot of drug usage. And not even up to 3 months when I got here, thanks to a friend and a mentor, I gave my life to Christ. And ever since I gave my life to Christ, He has been working wonders in my life.
And as I'm talking to you right now, she's in 300 level at the National Open University, even though she's still in prison, but she's studying.
Can you tell us why you're here today?
Well, I'm here because of Lamboginny. He invited me to come and share this day with the female inmates here and to give them hope.
You know, God did not only heal me whereby I didn't have to be on medication anymore. He also blessed me. He blessed my hands with some talent. He gave my life a new meaning. The Lord God Almighty restored my soul, and above all, He gave my life a purpose. As I stand before you, I am a free woman and a child of the Most High God, because these four walls cannot hold me captive. I am going out and I'm going to become what the Lord God Almighty says that I'm going to become.
I never knew I would become a prison officer, because I'm just a musician using my voice to advocate for welfare of prisoners, prison decongestion, and trying to give hope to prisoners. But the Controller General of Prison saw what I was doing and how powerful and impactful my idea was, and they appointed me first as a national ambassador to the prison in Nigeria, and then I became honorarily appointed as a prison officer. I was a prison officer for 3 years when I hit a crossroad that I needed to make a very, very tough decision. As a prison officer, I can't literally, officially fight for freedom the way I want to. I can't be the one going to court to try and fight for freedom for a prisoner. Was I getting paid as a prison officer? Yes. It's a federal job. Anybody that gets a federal job feels like your life is secured. But when I realized I couldn't fight for freedom and I will not be able to just wake up anytime I want to go into other prisons in the world to do what I'm doing, I decided to resign. It's painful to see my fellow human being live in the condition that most prisoners in Nigeria live.
So I was just there, just like inside misery.
A lot of them are waiting trials for years.
So that place was like hell.
I don't want them to come out of jail unreformed.
Maybe go through the books and they saw my name.
I am like a symbol of light in their darkest moments.
My name is Joshua Ghana, and I was in Badagry prison for 3 months, and this is my story. I was at my area then, so kind of we were jobless. So we were just kind of getting ourselves busy, just drinking and taking weed then. So before we know, those cops just come around and those policemen just came around and they just arrest us then. But I was there, they took us to Badagry prison. So I was there for like 2 months and nothing really happened. So the Goma Bawa was, that's the marshal there was asking me that who is the president outside. Then it was Jonathan. So he said here, I didn't answer, so they had to beat me. So that place was like hell. The night, so everybody will be sleeping, so people will just find them talking story, For me, I would just be with that my Bible that when we are in JS3 then. So I would just be there, I normally read that Psalm 27. First in the morning, some people that really want to learn work, they would tell them to come outside to come and learn, maybe carpenter, everything. I didn't learn anything there. So I was just there, just like inside misery, just sitting down. They would just open, anytime they just open door, maybe some church, they came to come and do fellowship. So they would just say, who is Christian? You come outside, just go for the fellowship. They will give you Bible. In the night, they will sing praise. After then, the Muslim people will do it there. Nobody even came for me. I was just there. When they took us to the court, they say, are we guilty or we are not guilty? We say we are guilty because we don't have any lawyer to fight for us.
I can't even really explain how come I'm so consistent because, it's painful to see my fellow human being live in the condition that most prisoners in Nigeria live, A lot of them are waiting trials for years. A lot of them are there for minor offenses. Some of them are innocent. When I look at the joy I bring to them, it feels like I am like a symbol of light in their darkest moments. If everything has been taken away from them, their freedom has been taken away, and this one person, this one light that gives them hope and joy, I don't think that one last person should be taken away. So I keep going back there, to motivate them, to encourage them that, being in prison is not the end of the road.
Are you a criminal? No!
So when they came, they really entertained us, they did everything for us. And from that place, they told us that our freedom was, that we need to be going. And after that, he called us, he encouraged us and gave us his number. So I was just surprised for something like that just to happen. And a lot of people are there and they didn't even think of them coming out, and most of them, they are minor, they have maybe minor cases there, but nobody really come for them. But I was surprised that when maybe go through the books and he saw my name and
Lord have mercy. Lamboginny. What a time to be alive. What a time to be alive. Get up, boy, dream all over the world now. What a time to be alive. Me cut off many colors, now me rainbow. What a time to be alive. Mama, can you see me? Me remember me tell me fellow get up, why them? I one day me a gonna be a superstar. Me remember me tell me fellow get to chop them. I one day me a gonna be a superstar. Lot of boy run down, run down.
I love people in it. Last month, nothing with them. So, kí ni gbogbo yín wá ṣe ń sìn? Mo mọ̀ pé wọ́n fẹ́ kọrin right from time. Somebody once looked at me and said, if you spend the amount of energy and time you spend trying to help prisoners on your career, you will be as big as, you know, the A-list artists today. But one thing I never gave into is all those people that are talking, when I look at them, they are not a pioneer of any original vision. So it's easy for them to speak. What I am carrying is different. And so I know that I have to go through a lot of pain to be able to deliver it successfully to the world.
Right now,
I'll say good, bad, and ugly. I'll say that because I know him well enough to see the pains that people don't see. 90% of the time when he achieves his project, people just come into the already decorated scenario. And they applaud him for that, but people don't know the sacrifice that goes down for him to achieve it.
So,
I can relate because I'm equally a passionate person, but I wonder how he keeps going. This is somebody that is not a rich man. Lamboginny is not rich, but is blessed with a grace, and the grace of influencing people to be better.
You know me too, be our boys is shaking a leg. You know what that means. Our boys is doing well.
I think the prison had been, both ways. He's very focused on it, and as such, he's giving it so much, which would definitely take his toll on the commerciality of his musical career.
He tried so many times to focus on his music as per artist, but something always connects him back there. And I told him one day, I said, bro, this is naturally your calling. This is something that you raise money easily for than any other thing in your life. This is something that when you help, the satisfaction that comes from within for you. Sometimes this guy can go days without food. Lamboginny no feel like say he never chop, just because he's trying to achieve it.
When the rain started to fall, I enter the rain. I carry speaker, and I tell them, I say, this rain no go stop us. Iyo! Iyo! Iyo!
In life, you have to stand for something. You have to live for something, and I believe that, the cause is more important than the commercial success or the commercial payback of anything, you know.
Put your hands on your chest and say, I'm coming home. Whoa, sir.
When you're talking about his career, I think it would be unfair for us to think there's any other thing to be called a career other than this. This is a career on its own. It's just a path he struggled with to realize on time.
Fulfillment is key to me. I've always felt, I'm not one of those people that feels like you must do things to derive self-satisfaction rather than earn all the money in the world. You don't even need all the money in the world. You only need so much.
I think the struggle was, how do I merge me as an artist into me, the humanitarian? And I think doing the prison concert kind of like create that right fusion.
And I think I would, you know, always appreciate him for taking that stand. I've always been with him anytime he calls in that, because we all feel like we owe it to the society to, you know, do something in that direction or do something that would uplift other people.
The industry is already saturated. He looked for a platform and said, there's this platform that is untapped, untouched. Nobody wants them. I want them because God still wants all of us. God loves all of us. So.
I'm very happy say today I feel come here, you know, come perform for these inmates. And today, when I see myself on the international media, that some of my colleagues with their big songs can't even get on, I just look at them and I'm like, well, it's not just about the music, it's about the impact you make with the music. I know God is going to bless me. It's still my dream. I want to be able to fill up a national stadium, everybody coming out to watch Lamboginny. But then, it will not just be music, it will be music, it will be healing, it will be restoration, it will be happiness and joy.
10 years. Why don't they do show inside prison? Make I hear you say, this is not my last bus stop.
I don't think the innocent in prisons deserve to go through that kind of psychological torture they go through. And that is one of the things that breaks my heart. And that is one of the things that pushed me to start fighting for freedom for people that I felt like do not deserve to be in jail.
For me, I think first of all, we need to go back and retrace the essence of prison. I think the world of criminology, if I can use that word, or criminality or whatever pronoun or adjective you want to use to define it, it's supposed to be an institution that helps people realize their mistakes and change for better. For Lamboginny to decide and say, I want to go into the prison and give people in there hope. Not only is it helping them realize that they can be somebody again, somebody can love them again, it also reduces the chance of going back into crime.
The kind of love and acceptance that it gets in those environments. He has taken some of us into these facilities. You can tell that he knows what he's doing and he knows how to go about it.
Most of the time when a prisoner is released out in the system and is not shown love, is most likely going to go into his criminal family to look for that love again, because that's where he's accepted.
There were days where I just want to be by myself.
I think Lambo is psychologically prepared for this. Maybe if you had asked me this question about 9 years ago, I would be thinking of whether he's, you know, psychologically ready. But right now, he's done it over years. I mean, several years back to back. I'm sure he's in a very good place psychologically.
You need to also understand that I'm doing all of this and there is nobody that has done it before and became successful doing it. I could watch to say, okay, let me go the way this person went so I don't make mistakes. The only person from way back was Johnny Cash. Johnny Cash is an American musician, but Johnny Cash was only doing music in prison. Johnny Cash did not fight for freedom.
I'm not worried about his own psychological position because I'm sure he's in a very good space.
Psychologically, he's going to the prison to help, aid, nurture, and groom, create an opportunity for someone to say, you know what, the criminal mind syndrome starts to reduce in the person, and the potential of I can be better starts to increase.
I think at this point, I don't think I know any musician in the world that goes into the prison trying to get freedom for prisoners. Up to 120 prisoners? I don't think so.
It's not even his own psychological state, it's the psychological state that he ends up putting those people in there that he comes across. It makes them know that, look, your life is not over and that you can still be, you know, as great as you want to be, you know.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Kirikiri Medium Prison. It's a very special day. It's raining, but that's not going to stop the greatness of what Lamboginny is trying to do here. Album launch party here to celebrate this very special.
About the concert that happened in Kirikiri, so when I was done recording the album, I said to myself, I'm not going to launch this album the way my other colleagues launched their album. I want to take my album back to the prison. I want to give the prisoners the opportunity to experience my album first before anywhere else in the world. So we chose medium security prison Kirikiri.
You can take everything from me, but you can't take away my legacy. You can take away my legacy.
It was a great experience. First of all, in terms of the SALT project as a whole, I think I was privy to be part of the process of creating the whole album, the SALT album.
On the day of that concert, we had 3,700 prisoners in an open field.
To finally be able to be in an environment where a lot of other people would be listening to all these things that we've heard and we felt like they were great music, to see the reaction of people to that is exciting, you know.
Having them experience music in this magnitude is amazing, and you can just see the joy in their hearts.
That's why we come, to be able to bring a little bit of hope for them.
Not everybody does this.
This is history in the making.
I'm not here to patronize you. I'm not here.
My most memorable and valuable moment during my SALT concert was when I saw all the prisoners kneeling down. I saw all of them kneeling down. Some of them were shedding tears when they were repeating after me.
By the time I come out of this prison, I will be a better person.
When I looked at all these thousands of prisoners kneeling in front of me, I couldn't help but cry, because I knew it was not just a concert anymore, but it was a moment of healing for these offenders, for these guys as well.
To see some of the prisoners even perform with Lamboginny on that day and they did very well, you know. So you look, I was close to tears at one point.
The first time he said, let's go to Ife, I said, which one? He said, Kirikiri. I said, eh.
I was a bit scared too.
Everybody there is like this.
I'm like, are we sure these boys will not mob us?
When you walk along, shame me.
Freedom, if it's taken away from you, can feel very expensive.
The first time he said, let's go to Ife, I said, which one? He said, Kirikiri. I said, eh. They are come and beat me there. Yeah, I'm afraid though.
I was a bit scared too, worried.
When I hear prison, my mind is, everybody there is like this. When you walk along, shame me. That's the kind of mindset I have. Like, to want me or better, that kind of me, I come and yellow again. Prison food. There will be prison break too.
You might want to look at me, I'm a bit of a softie, you know, so going into the prison, I'm like, are we sure these boys will not mob us?
In my mind, I was just like, any normal human being reaction is prison. I've not performed there before. I'm just scared. Everything I see about prison is not like fantastic news. I've only watched a few movies that has shown the true story of redemption, reform, of people who have been in prison have come out doing great things. Mandela go prison now. But look at him, he was celebrated till death.
I know that's okay, it can't be that crazy anyway, because I mean, even the prison environment is controlled. There are guards, there are So it might just, but I got in there and it changed my mindset because up until that time, I've never been in any prison. And I'm talking about 10 years ago.
It helped me change the psychology, my perspective about how I see the word prison. And when I got there, I saw people laughing, joyous. They even have department. I said, wow, this is a system. This is a town. And they had tailoring, singing. So people said they wanted to dance.
They're great people. Some are, of course, criminals, no doubt. But I mean, the essence of prison is for you to pay and then realize your mistakes and come out and be a better person.
I thank him for doing that for me, for, inviting me to such a thing.
The first time he called, my only worry was security, which I wasn't even too bothered about. And that changed almost 5 minutes into getting into the environment. You just realize that, look, it's not even as bad as they say.
He has set himself up, and it's not a day's job, it's not a year's job, it's not a decade's job. It's a game of consistency, discipline, diligence, selflessness.
The same way I've been consistent in Nigeria for 10 years, I've started now in the UK, I've started in America, and I can see the joy and happiness on the faces of these prisoners, both internationally. And I want to continue that. I want to be that light that they embrace in their darkest moments.
Yo, I'm a blessed child. Lamboginny. Yeah, why they say me a lucky, but me I tell them me blessed. When they say I am lucky, I turn around and tell them I am pleased.
First and foremost, I never thought in my life, I just had it as a wishful thinking, but I never knew it would happen that I'll be performing in international prisons.
Lamboginny in UK, Lamboginny in New York. They say only who know. That is one of the greatest miracles ever.
For me, I'm always excited. It's growth. I mean, it's been doing it within our environment for so long. I think it's time to, broaden it and move elsewhere. You understand what I'm saying? And it can only grow bigger.
I was in UK for a show. And after the show, I said, I would love to go to the prison. And it would not be nice for me to come all the way to England and not visit the prison. So we sent in my profile, we sent in an official letter, and when the prison authorities saw what I was doing in prison in Africa, they granted me permission to perform in 3 different segments of HM Prison, Leicester City.
It's just God's way of saying, look, I see you and I see what you're doing. I see what so I'm going to grant you that grace, and you're going to be able to do it, on a world stage.
Something about what he has is enough for him to get to the next level. It was never about the money. It was about the idea, the philosophy, the motive, the mission, the vision. And the sacrifice was paying off.
What's the motivation? It's not money. So what else is there? It's not like you have family locked up that you're trying to get out. It's not like you're being paid every time somebody gets that, So it takes someone with a great heart to do that. And I think that, for me, is rare to find.
When I went into the last segment of the prison in Leicester, something very emotional happened. There is a particular song of mine that is in one of Nigerians' local dialects in Igbo. So I was performing the song and trying to teach the prisoners the song, and one of the black guys said something to me in Igbo, And he said, Udo, the one new Udo. When he said Udo, the one new Udo, I'm like, wait, you're Nigerian? He said, yes. He said, don't worry, we'll talk after your performance. So after my performance, they hugged me. Like, I don't think anyone has ever hugged me the way they hugged me. And one of them said that since they've been there, I'm the first person from Africa they will see live in person. And I'm not just from Africa, I'm from their country, Nigeria. I could see the smile on their face. I could see the light that came up on their face, knowing that I am from their country.
It's surprising, but it's not surprising. It's surprising because it came just almost when you think, okay, the next level should be some other African countries, and then it went as far as probably one of the biggest countries in the world.
When I saw that he was going to the UK and finally landed in New York for 30 days, all expense paid money. You know, something he really wanted to do, he never thought was going to happen, it did, and people paid. Not just people. People that people are praying for to be the kind of people that should be paying for things for them. Do you understand? They're not even Nigerians, they don't even know, and it's going into a community that is less black folks. So, you know, when God is with you, he said even the ravens, you know, ravens is one of the most stingiest birds in this world. It's even the ravens shall walk for you.
If you know America very well, you know getting into the prison is difficult. And no African musician has ever, you know, had access into the American prison to perform. Maybe they went in for jail time, but not for performance.
I saw my brother struggle from nothing. And for every time he used nothing, it's like how Jesus Christ fed 5,000 with 5 loaves of bread and 2 fishes.
You know, my manager in America and some other group of people that were trying to help out, we kept sending emails. You know, we wrote, they started talking to the prison authority, Cheshire Correctional Institution. And at the end of the day, we got that sudden call that says, this was it. You have been granted permission to have a performance in the prison.
Lamboginny is a definition of sacrifice will pay. If you want anybody that feels like they're losing hope, that they're sacrificing and just seeing the dividend, just carry Lamboginny's life or book. I think that guy, you should write a book. Life or book, and just show them or play it. They will be motivated to and inspired to move on.
Kudos once again, man. I mean, it's just God's grace and blessing, without a doubt.
What more is there to say than to say, wow, congrats, bro, you know?
And now, about 4 prisons in America want me to come back to repeat what I did in Cheshire Institution. It was a great experience, and I'm happy.
I'm not surprised Donald Trump called him. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not surprised if he goes to Dubai and the owner of Emirates said they want to have a meeting with him.
I hope that the same us that were performing in the local environment with him will go and perform on the international stage with him. But he's yet to invite us or call us for this. And, you know, our people, they quick forget. So I hope say not go start to speak English now. Can't forget, say some people there, we're not too savvy speak English.
Today I've requested to meet with some of the boys that I saw last week that are homeless on the street.
Big shout out to you. You've been doing it for years. You already said that you're going to do it. And it's good that you stuck to your words and you're doing it now.
First of all, let me just say, man, keep doing what you're doing. I mean, you're
just that I never came out to make Nigerians see that I'm fighting for them. What am I doing in prison? I'm trying to make sure that before these guys come back into the society, that they are better, that they are reformed. Because I don't even know what is the assurance that the next person they are going to hurt is not somebody I know, is not somebody you know, is not my neighbor. When I think about it like that, I just want to go back in there and keep encouraging prisoners, you know, to live a straight life, not to go back to their old ways before they come out to the society.
Iṣẹ́ Olúwa ni o. Iṣẹ́ Olúwa ni o. As I wake up in the morning, me I recognize. Iṣẹ́ Olúwa ni o. From Lagos to London, London to Dubai. Iṣẹ́ Olúwa ni o. Any show we enter, we dey shut down the place. Iṣẹ́ Olúwa ni o. My banker dey tell me say money too much.
Before we wrap up, I just want you to wrap it. I just want, I think Google has
You gotta hold on to your tag. Hey, Kiss!
MSP 154. One of Sterling or the baby by here. I'm going to run out and say, oh, I'm going to BJ Swagger.
Hello, my jail. Have there been any cases of somebody losing the tag?
No, it's rare. Very rare. Very rare because nobody wants to stay here.
Aṣọ ògbó mọ́ mi lọ́rùn, bàtà ò ta mi lẹ́sẹ̀.